How you guys doing? My name is Shad. I'm a rapper. I figured I could warm up by doing something for you. Is that cool? Okay. I've never really been one for image or trying to fool the public with some stunts and gimmicks. Guys gravitate to blunts and Guinness to get the courage to fight the urge, and it's not to succumb to timidness in this world that's fully overrun with mimics, with a penchant for overexposing guns and women. Few deals, funds is limited. Folks front to get in a game that ain't kind. Everyone's a critic, but this ain't a race to win, so run to finish. And as long as I got breath in my lungs to end it, the enemy isn't of flesh and blood. Thugs and cynics, we fight fear and pride for the love within us. Thank you. So I thought that might be a good piece to start with. It's from a song called Remember to Remember. Because when I was told the theme of tonight was the future, the first thing I thought was fear. I don't know if anyone else resonates with that, but half of what I heard tonight was just terrifying. So I was hoping people might resonate with that. They say write about what you know, and I'm more of a worrier than a prognosticator, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to talk in particular about a couple of fears that I have that I confront regularly in my work and in my life. One of them is the fear of being wrong. I think especially in this time of infinite information, it can be kind of paralyzing. I think also something to do with school and the way that we grow up with tests and every problem having one right answer and lots of wrong answers makes us think that in life it's like that, and there is one right answer and somebody knows that right answer and maybe we don't. And one really liberating learning that I've had around that is that nobody knows what they're doing, which can be terrifying too if you think about it that way. I don't recommend that. I saw a great interview once with Conan O'Brien, who's a late-night television host, and he works in live television for over a decade. And they asked him what that's like and if there's a learning curve and if it's easy for him now. He said, absolutely not. He said he still feels like he doesn't know what he's doing, and if 4 shows in a week go well and 3 go poorly, that was a good week. Along those same lines, I had a professor in a 4th-year business class that once said, you don't have to be very good to be the best. For some reason, that really stuck with me. Fast forward a couple years, I was working on my second album called The Old Prince, and I was pretty positive it was going to bomb to the point where that album came out in the fall of 2007, and I enrolled in school again in the fall of 2007. I was pretty sure I should hedge my bets, and a couple months after that album came out, I opened the arts section of the National Post, and it had my picture there, and it said, Canada's best rapper. And I thought immediately of that quote, you don't have to be very good to be the best. And that's when that point was really reinforced for me on a personal level. We don't know what we're doing, and it's really okay. In a good way, we don't know what we're doing. Another important learning for me around the fear of being wrong is the idea that intelligence is not a virtue. We place a lot of value on intelligence, but it's not a virtue. It has nothing to do with character. Making mistakes, doing something stupid is very normal. I don't regret the stupid things that I've done. I regret the selfish things that I've done. I regret the cowardly things that I've done. And I find that when I worry more about doing something that's not selfish and not cowardly versus not being wrong, it actually gives me a kind of bigger picture thinking that feels good and feels healthy. I think a lot of what we consider smart in our society is actually short-sighted and harmful, hence climate change, hence the financial crisis of a few years ago, et cetera. So while intelligence is not a virtue, I think virtue is often accompanied by the kinds of insights and wisdom that we're actually really looking for. And that's been a helpful learning for me in my work and also in my life. Another fear I want to talk about is the fear of being unproductive. Any young people here that can resonate with that? I'm a musician, so people automatically think we're lazy, so that's kind of always present in my mind. And also, I just love doing nothing. I love it. I like doing things. That's why I'm here. That's why I travel and make music. I like doing things, but I love doing nothing. That's my favorite thing. But that's not exactly true. It's just that the things that I love doing, some of them look a whole lot like doing nothing. And you might not think that that's a meaningful distinction, but I really think that it is. I've come to regard doing those things as not being unproductive, but actually enjoying my life as best I can. And that thinking is actually what led me to pursue music as a career and pour more time and energy into that. Those things that I love in a really pure way, in an honest way, I think can never really lead you wrong, and that's been a very helpful learning for me too. So lastly, to everybody here who has a terrifying fear of the future like I do, I think there are actually some legitimate causes for concern, but I think the only way to combat that is to try and find some hope and some inspiration. And in my opinion, inspiration is seeing something pure. It's not seeing something shrewd or clever or seeing something that is productive or efficient. It's seeing something pure. It's seeing something that's clarifying, that's brave, that's generous, that's joyful. And on that note, I want to end with another verse, if that's okay, from a song called Live Forever, I thought would be kind of apropos. It goes, I can't sweat trying to make the coolest impression. Trying to get power is a foolish obsession. Why use talent as a tool for oppression? A real king ain't got to rule with a weapon. I said, what if we went to school for possession instead of jail? And they said to stop the crazy talk, Shad, we never will. I guess I still believe love can never fail. Cross eyes on heaven looking crazy as hell. Maybe I dwell too much on legacy, destiny, like I could ever read what's on that headstone ahead of me. But in my head, I see we're carving the letters every day. That thought makes me work hard for the better. You see, the truth comes out, but it starts at the center. The heart of the matter is a matter of the heart. And the heart's made a matter you can't measure that matters beyond measure, like light when it travels in the dark. Thank you.